is so awesome to see you.
It's great to see you. It's
Yeah.
been a long day apart, but we did still talk and make time for each other.
Yeah, we did, which is great. And like, do you remember like my first semester of grad school when I was still working at Madonna, and how I had like a couple of late nights then?
A week, yeah.
There were like 2 of them. I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this fall is going to be like. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be something that we haven't like gone through already together. So I feel pretty confident about that.
I do too, and I think it's a good opportunity for me to spend time with like my parents and maybe see a girlfriend here and there, like
Yeah.
for dinner. So I think it's good. I mean,
I really like that you choose to fill that time in like ways that are meaningful to you, because I feel really bad when I can't be with you. Because like I desperately want to be, because there's nowhere else that I would rather
I know
be.
you mean that wholeheartedly.
I really do. But and also it's just like a great opportunity for you to like maintain the health of your other relationships and do these other things that you really enjoy. So I'm happy to see you doing things that are good for Meg.
Yeah, and it's really good for me to see friends. I struggled with that for a long time, so now like to have them, I don't. Not that I think I would lose them, but it's obviously a lot different when you see somebody once a week or once every couple weeks versus once every couple months, once a year. Like I never want to be in that position, but we are gonna have kids in a couple years, and like life gets busy. So right now it's like that's
Kennedy.
Yeah.
We finally settled on a girl name. We like heard it, and it was like a magical
really
moment.
Weird,
where it was just like, whoa, like I don't know. And God works in like mysterious ways.
You have to
like,
listen.
Yeah, like when I heard that, I was just like, that's my daughter. Like I actually had like that moment.
Yeah,
like,
we
her
kind
name's
of
gonna be
just
Kennedy.
looked at each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kennedy Marie Rankin is right now the.
Yeah, can you do Louise?
That's what your mom wants.
That's what she does. I don't know.
Desperately. It might.
Kennedy Marie. It sounds good.
I think
Marie's pretty neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I don't know.
What was the other one? It was either
The
that
other
or
family
Kennedy
name?
Elizabeth.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You know, she'd have that in common with her mom.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Kennedy
I don't know.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Anne.
Where's Anne come from?
Margie Ann Law, my grandma.
Ooh, Kennedy Anne.
You
That
like
sounds pretty
that?
good.
Yeah. I don't know. Part of me always wanted to do Marie for my mom.
I know how much mom means to you, so. Yeah, sure.
But anyways, enough about that. Today's episode.
Do the intro thing.
What's up, you guys?
Wow.
In today's video, we're discussing our buck and dough and all of the lovely things that we received. It's
None
a
of
haul.
you Americans know
What
a
a
buck and dough is. As if we're not also American. We are so American. My mother was born in Canada, and her side of the family is Canadian, so I'm like a half Canadian, and then Megan is an inherited Canadian because she married. So
Almost.
Yes, almost. Yeah, so a buck and dough is a wedding shower for the bride and groom, and it's in the spirit of like a bachelor or bachelorette party. It's meant to be like a true like celebration.
Yes.
And at your buck and dough, gifts are typically given. So we're gonna be saying thanks today. Really, this is less about
what we
showing off what we got, and more so being like, wow, thank you to the person who did this.
Yes.
We are so appreciative and grateful for you.
Yeah. I actually also filled out literal thank you notes today for everyone.
God, you're so on top of things.
Thank you, I try. And now I was gonna say.
We got home yesterday.
Yeah, we did. But now I have to pay for international stamps, and I'm really pissed about it, actually. But.
Fair exchange.
Yes, fair exchange for the generosity, and yeah, let's get started. I will say, we just made another video actually about like a buck and dough recap of what the actual weekend was like, because ours was not the traditional like rager. So
which
I really
I'm happy about.
Yeah, I really like that video. So if you wanna check it out.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
What was that, like 2 days ago or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were actually supposed to make this yesterday, but we didn't. So, what should we start with? Should we just start with the monetary gifts? Obviously not naming, but thanking people who gave us monetary gifts.
Yeah.
Alright.
These are
the cards, but it was more so to jog my memory, but I actually do just remember. So,
okay.
So your Grandma Perkins, who is your mother's mom.
Yeah. She totally didn't have to give us anything, by the way. She's definitely gonna give us like another wedding present at our actual wedding. Like,
and she might even be the
her.
one to give me like a shower gift, like because I'm having a bridal shower, which is thrown by like my mom and maybe a little bit by my 2 girl cousins.
Yeah.
They had but this was like us, his mom's side,
and as the groom, I didn't know this, but I get to make like a surprise guest appearance
at the very end. Yes.
And I'm so pumped. Like, I don't know, it's Meg's thing, but I get to be included, and I'm kind of psyched about it.
Well, the bridal shower is traditionally all female, and I'm excited about that. I feel like some traditions are traditions for a reason, but
I'm coming to participate in this game, right?
The shoe game.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, traditionally men actually just come to like help put the gifts in the car, and like you'll do that too, but you'll just come a little bit sooner, like 5 minutes sooner than that.
Sure. For
the last game. Yeah.
For me.
Which will be really fun. But anyway.
Wherever you need me to be.
I love you. So Gran, thank you so much for the generous gift of money.
Yes.
God bless you for that.
And for being there. This woman is 92, and she traveled how far?
4.5 hours.
4.5 hours with the rest of my family.
Yeah.
She no longer drives, but I mean, being in the car for that long at that age is
even
difficult.
Walking around up and down stairs at that age, staying in
so.
someone else's bed at that age, like she was killing it, honestly. Like she's amazing.
I mean, every moment that we get to spend with her is precious. So it meant the world to me that she was there.
She also looked really cute. She had on a little
She's a doll. She dresses so well.
She
it's
does.
crazy.
Okay, and then on that same vein, let's continue with the grandparents.
Sure.
We have your Grandpa Neil and his
wife Esther.
Yes, his wife Esther. So this is also maternal side. This is all maternal side. This is all your mom's Canadian relatives, and they were generous as well and gave us a very nice gift of cash, which we'll also, be using. Don't really know how to say that and not be weird, but.
Well, it's a very kind gift that's coming at the right time. I mean,
yes.
Yeah, so it's very much appreciated. That set of grandparents, they really don't travel. They're comfortable like where they are, and both of them have their own like health things going on right now. So they feel better, safer, like closer to home, closer to doctors, all that kind of stuff.
Like specifically in their own home.
Yeah, and so I don't often get these chances to like connect with my grandfather, and he pulled me aside and gave me what was honestly a really like rousing speech. Like he just told me about like marriage and being a man and like wishing us like nothing but the best and like our future. And remember I like went over to you like afterwards to tell you about like this impact. Like I was just like I just had the nicest conversation with Grandpa, and so it's a conversation that I won't soon forget.
Yeah.
And it meant a lot to me.
Yeah, Esther was really sweet. She pulled me aside too and was like,
she really likes you.
She does. She's a fan.
I mean, I understand. Yeah.
And then your Aunt Leslie and Uncle Rob could not make it, sadly, but they were so kind as to send a card with a very generous gift. So
well, the cool thing about what they did is that like they very clearly wanted to be there. They expressed that to multiple people who all relayed that to us.
Told us,
yes. And like we're very understanding. We were like, no, it's okay.
And it's basically their 4th of July. So of course, like people had plans, or people had to work as well, which we'll get to, but.
Yeah. But my whole thing was that like the buck and doe can serve as a substitute for people who are unable to travel for the wedding. Yet they gave us a gift for the buck and doe, and they're coming to the wedding.
Yeah.
Like so they're doubling down too, like some of these other people. And so Rob and Leslie are, more than
Yeah.
generous.
Yeah.
So, big thank you to them, and we're excited to have them at their wedding.
Yeah.
At our wedding. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of them.
I mean,
don't know if
I haven't seen them in a long
yeah.
time either.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah. So.
Well, that'll be good to do then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next is your cousin Matt. Do you
Oh
wanna
my
tell
gosh.
The story? It's
Yes.
a great story.
Okay, so my cousin Matt has a great sense of humor. I think that you would leave, like, if you were a stranger and you left your first interaction with Matt, you'd be like, wow, that dude's really witty, he's really funny,
he's so funny.
likes to smile,
Yeah.
or just he's a big dude.
Yeah,
because he
he's
gets
a
so present.
huge man.
And so you're gonna be me, okay, and I'll be Matt. So you're me, and you're sitting down, and he walks up to me, and he daps me out like this, and I feel something in my hand, right, a paper note, and he goes, no card. He walks away, and he starts to walk away, and I realize that he just put cash in my hand, and
Shane and I just look at each other.
yeah, and then I look at Matt, and I go, oh. Never
Thanks,
done that
Matt.
before. and he got a real crack up out of that. So anyway, Matt's really cool and gave us a great gift in a cool way. How many times can I call him cool? He's a cool guy, yeah. And so that was really nice of him. I was happy that he was there.
Oh my gosh.
He's just got a great personality, and he adds a lot to the room and the family dynamic.
He's an essential part.
Yeah, and plus he's Linda's boy, and when he's around, Linda's, she's
Her
proud
best.
and she's happy. Yeah. I mean, just like she is with Meg too.
Of course, yeah. Well, having both of her kids there was she was so happy.
It's every mother's dream. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus the grandkids.
Yeah. So, speaking of grandkids, Layla and Mia were able to make it, but Lily was not. And I actually put this in their little thank you note. But I was sad. I was like, I really like Lily, but
we love all
she
three
had
of them.
to work, so it was okay.
I respect it. Again, we get it.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't want anyone to feel bad. Of course we want you there. We love you, and it's great to see you whenever we can. But if you can't, it's okay.
And the turnout was great. Overall, considering it was a holiday weekend.
So grateful.
Yeah.
I felt so celebrated and so cared for.
Yes.
So.
Oh, also his son Jack was there, and
Matt's son Jack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Linda.
Jack's turning into a very nice boy.
He's so cute. He's so sweet.
He's very emotionally attuned.
Yeah. That's what. Didn't she compare him to you in that way?
Perhaps. Either she made the comparison or I did.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh yeah, I don't know, some of the descriptors that she used for him, I was like, oh, I felt that way before.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to take it back to, we were talking about, Matt's sister, Meg, and Chris.
Yes, please do.
Davis and Cohen. So their gift was hosting this great big party.
At their beautiful home.
Their beautiful home with
in
honestly
the
nicest pool.
It's
great
so big.
backyard.
Yeah.
There was a tent that the neighbors had loaned them. Their outdoor furniture is beautiful, by the way. And across the street.
Yeah, it's adjacent to a baseball field and a volleyball court, which we used both of those.
Yes.
So fun. But separately, I think both you and I express our gratitude towards
Privately.
them. Yeah, I mean, so generous.
Yeah.
Like
And how many beds were in that spot were crazy. It truly was
Yeah. But I really love them, and I mean Chris has been around for so long now, since I was literally a kid. He's just another family member.
He is a cousin
and has been for a long time, but he's actually just a good dude.
He's a great man.
Yeah,
he is
he wants to be active and participate with his kids and everything that they're doing, and even helping us with the gym situation. He's like, oh, I'm gonna call up my buddy, right?
He made it happen.
I'm gonna set this up for you. Yeah,
Yes.
it was so cool. Yeah.
He was so sweet. We were sitting on the couch watching tennis. It was before the Olympics, before you came over.
Yeah.
And he turns to me and he goes, did you have a nice weekend? Did you
so
enjoy
awesome.
your party?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. And if I could say something nice about Meg too, I mean, you could say a million nice things, but one in particular is just that, like, she works, like, freaking hard. And, like, she's been with her company for a really long time, and, like, she's, like, worked her way, like, all the way up. And now she has, like, a very, like, senior role within that company. And, like, I've never, like, told her this, but, like, I'm like, but I should, because, like, I'm really proud of her. And, like, it's just so cool to see her, like, doing so well and everything.
Grinding.
Yeah.
And being so successful.
She totally grinded to be as successful as she is. It's awesome.
They're both successful,
They
but
both are,
she
for
really, truly,
Yeah.
like, made a whole ass career for herself.
Yeah.
Also, Davis is adorable. Davis
Yeah,
is
Davy
so
boy.
cute. Davy.
Yeah.
Davy Crockett, as they call him.
Davey is obsessed with Brett.
He is.
Yeah. Megan called them kindred spirits.
Yes.
And I see it. I do.
Yeah.
And then Cohen's coming into his own too.
Cohen is. He actually watches these videos.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're right.
Cohen had these videos pulled up on the TV,
Yeah.
and him and his little neighbor, she was very cute, were watching them.
Cool.
And then at one point he actually pulled them up, and I got a little embarrassed.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah,
I get a little red in the
I
face.
get a little embarrassed.
But yeah, if I could say something nice about both those boys, it would be that, like, you know, Cohen's becoming a much better conversationalist. Like, he, like, asked me, like, really, like, nice and interesting questions. Like, too few kids nowadays, like, start conversations, particularly with adults. But, like, every time when he saw me in the morning, he would, like, just start talking to me, and it was really cool.
That's great.
Then, and Davey just has a heart of gold.
Yes.
He really does. He's just very pure. He's like,
When he was cuddling with Chris on the couch,
Yeah.
it was so sweet.
He's so much like Chris. It's crazy.
Yes.
Doesn't he just seem like a mini Chris?
He is. Yeah.
Great family.
Oh man, I have.
They're doing a great job over there.
They are.
I wanna
They're
be like
killing
them.
it.
Yeah.
Same. Okay, and now let's talk about their mom, Linda. So
Yeah.
Linda has been around since I came into the family. I literally think the first interaction that I had, Linda was there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was around the holidays, and I believe she was visiting. Like the first time I met your family.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my gosh, it was so nice to see her. And she does live with Meg and Chris, but
Mm-hmm.
they have in Canada there's a lot of multifamily housing, so additional dwelling units, ADUs, basement apartments, things like this are actually like quite common,
Mm-hmm.
as well as like townhouses, things like that. So she lives in like the basement apartment, and it was so sweet. She wanted to like show us around.
Yeah, she gave us a tour.
Yeah, and her place is so darling, and it
It's
has
amazing,
its own
isn't it?
bedroom and bathroom, and
Yeah.
it's great.
It feels like her.
It's that.
Like
It
you
does.
really like step into it, and it feels like a separate space, which is good. And Linda really like, she kind of in a way like embodies the spirit of our family. You know, like she is one of the biggest participants and one of the greatest like organizers of all of these events. Like, she's, you know, that part that you said about like, you know, she's been present from the beginning. I'm like, like she is always around. She's always there because she wants to be. You know,
Well,
'cause she loves
family,
us.
it means a lot to her, as it does everyone.
To everybody,
But
yeah.
Meg cleaned her booty off for that party,
Mm-hmm.
and so did Linda. And Linda really helped all of the aunts, but mainly Linda, Debbie, and your mom with like food prep and stuff. So many
we should talk
thanks
about
for that.
Lori. We should talk about Lori and Debbie.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, heads or tails.
Well, we can start with Lori. So, Lori was so kind as to bring Kinley and Carter, who are Shane's second cousins, as well as the grandparents.
Mm-hmm. They all live within like 20 minutes of each other. They being my Aunt Lori, her daughter Danielle, her husband, and their kids.
Yes.
So Danielle and Brian, her husband, both weren't able to be there. Once again, now I'm just being repetitive, but we miss them, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll see them at the wedding, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
And then, so Lori picked up her parents, my grandparents, and my second cousins.
Yeah.
And brought them all over.
Which was really kind.
Yeah.
And they went in on a gift, which is kind of why I'm delaying this, but.
The two of them.
And Brenda, who is Aunt Linda's.
I think Linda was in on that too.
That's what I'm saying. Brenda, Linda, Lori, and Daryl. Daryl is Lori's significant other.
Yes.
So, Brenda is Aunt Linda. Sorry, this family tree is starting to get a little confusing.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of cool. Like, I think we're trying to say something nice about everything.
We are.
Which I want to, because
Yeah.
I couldn't do that for a long time.
So, oh my gosh, it's starting to get late.
Okay, we'll go. We'll go fast.
Okay, so Brenda.
If it has to be a part 2, that's fine.
Yes, Aunt Linda's best friend.
Yeah.
So she brought her 2 granddaughters, and they have the most beautiful red hair you've ever seen. Like auburn colored, like blonde spun in it hair. So, we got to play with them, and that was so cute. The little girl was just the littlest one was having a blast and had this little tiara on. It was so cute.
Yeah.
So they went in. Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say that I just have to say something like about my aunts. Like Lori is genuinely one of like the sweetest and kindest individuals that I know.
Ever meet.
Yeah, like would never hurt anyone. It's just so nice. So like all the time. It's just so consistent. And she's been like that my whole life. And family Christmases at her house or something I'll never forget, or something that I look forward to every single year. And then Debbie, the oldest sister, right, last but certainly not least, in this little like
our biggest fan.
Yeah. Like she makes things for others that are so like deeply meaningful. Like they go beyond like what anyone else would realistically do.
Hours of thought and effort.
Oh yeah, and she crafts them like with her hands out of nothing. And when she presents a gift to you, it has a story. And that story means something to her because you mean something to her. And like it's just such a beautiful and like unique expression of love, and it's something that I like deeply appreciate about her. She's just like so creative, so thoughtful in the way that she chooses to like express that love and appreciation. So.
And this is for everything, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Everyone.
Yeah. Anyone, everyone,
mm-hmm.
any event, any. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we get to have a little piece of that in our home. So should we start with that?
I don't know. It's late. You can do a part 2.
Oh, okay.
I kind of think we should do a part 2.
Spicy.
Yeah.
All right. We can do a part 2.
Yeah. Well, this one was like I think we said something nice about everyone. Are we missing anybody? I think so. Like.
Oh, Brett and Sophia. Duh.
Oh yeah. Well, my brother Brett and best man, and his girlfriend Sophia, who I think has made him the best version of himself. Right.
Oh, I could cry.
Yeah, I think that he was like on this upward trajectory,
yes.
And then like they had this intersection, and then have just been like carrying on together throughout life. But you know, I think I'll feel this way like when I'm a father, and if we're like so blessed to have a son who has like a woman who loves him. But like when I watch like her being in love with my brother, right, and him loving her, I just like now I'm gonna get emotional, you know, because like that's like I love Brad so deeply. I love Drew, like the kind of love that just like it sticks in your bones. Like it's like it's as much a part of me as anything else is. Right? It's like the fiber of who I am is like the love that I feel for them. And like so now for someone else to like recognize like all of these wonderful things that I know have always like existed in him is like it's a dream come true. Yeah. So, and she's just a great person. Like you two are friends, and yeah.
I can't believe she's my friend. She's cool. Just
yeah.
like Matt.
And I try not to get like too excited, but like truthfully, like if she joined our family one day, that would just be like an incredible blessing.
Yeah.
So, I think she's a great person. So.
If she was gone, I would mourn. I
don't even want to talk about it. I can't.
Because it's
not after all that.
Also, here's the other thing. They are the same age that Shane and I were. Now older because they've been together for, months and months, almost a year at this point. So
Yeah.
it's just awesome. And then Dewey,
Yeah.
last but not least.
Yeah, so Drew is like, Drew's seemingly like grown up so quickly to me, and he's become like a young man who I'm very, very proud of. You know, he's been successful in all of these different ways, and he has like all of these amazing talents, and he's also like so like authentically himself.
Yeah.
And he has a very it's interesting, you know, like the compass necklace that my mother gave him years ago, that has like so much like deep like meaning to him. And if I could just like extend that like metaphor to apply to him, it would be that he's always known like his like true north. He's always had a plan, and he always has had a goal that he's directing himself towards. So I think that he is going to be tremendously successful in everything that he does. And yeah, just like we root for him every Friday night during the football season, I'm gonna, you know, be his biggest fan throughout life too. Yeah, right.
I love Drew.
Yeah, how can you
I
not?
have such a soft spot for Drew. He hugged me when we were leaving. I don't know what it was.
You got a frog in your throat.
I was just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I just don't. Okay, this is something, like, I don't have any siblings, so, like, these two boys, like, whew, they, like, are about to be my brothers, like,
Yeah.
and I don't mean, like, brother-in-law, I mean, like, my brothers, like,
Yeah.
and it took a little while, more so for Brett than for Drew. Drew and I had a few things that brought us close. Like, we were actually doing a Ponzi scheme.
You were hustlers.
We were hustling together, okay?
Yeah, buying and reselling stuff.
Like football cards. But, okay, so, but oh my gosh. Now, like, I just saw him this weekend, and he just looked so much older. And I know that sounds, like, cringy, but also, like, at one point he was standing next to Shane, and like not in a weird way at all, but I was just like, oh my god, he's like grown up so much, and like he's 18 and like
Yeah, he's a legal
about
adult.
to leave for college next year,
Yeah.
and like I really hope that he goes somewhere in Michigan, because like
It'd be
he's
great
gonna
to
be
close to him.
Unk, like
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta be able to see Uncle Do.
Yeah. Oh, like picturing him holding our baby, like I will cry right now.
Yeah.
Because he's the baby, like
Yeah.
he just is. But he doesn't. He's a very mature young man. In some areas, in others, he has room to grow. But like he has grown so much since I met him.
Yeah.
He's
but-
going to church now,
Yeah.
so we'll bring him home.
Yeah.
But anyway, I
Yeah,
think-
seeing that type of chemistry that you have with my brothers is just, I mean, I think it's like, it's everything that I ever dreamed of, but better because it's real, and you three have created it for yourselves, and that's what family's all about, right? And that's what marriage is. Like, you and I become each other's first family, right? And then we, you know, bring our two families together to form like one larger, stronger unit. Then, I mean, of course, we can't forget to talk about my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my mom put a ton of
She
time,
was
effort,
the
and planning.
organizer. She was the planner.
Into
This was her
this.
idea.
Yeah, and she, you know, reached out to everyone and
Made an
Maybe.
invite.
yeah, like online and everything, and sent that to everybody, and
Got all the food. Made a beautiful cupcake display.
yeah, she was like very proud of like the work that she did, and
Yeah, she
Because-
decorated it so cute in theme with like our wedding, which was adorable.
yeah, there was very much this sense of like, you know, we really pulled it off,
Yeah.
and like and that she did, you know, I think that if my mom ever watches this, she would like to hear me say, and I would like her to know that I can always count her to pull through in my big moments for me and for us. And that's exactly what she did. So, yeah. And then there's Bill.
Yes.
Yes. Which sounds so weird. I've never called him anything but Dad.
Yeah.
So,
I still call them Bill and Kathy sometimes, but
yeah.
still feels like weird.
Yeah. Mom and Dad works too.
Yeah.
And I think they've told you as much, haven't they? Like a while ago, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like calling someone who's not your dad.
It feels a bit weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't see you ever calling
No.
Roy dad.
I don't think they would like that very much. I don't know. Well, not that they would dislike it, but
I don't know.
yeah, we're going off on a tangent.
We are.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah, so my dad, I guess I would just want my dad to know that I'm like proud of him. Yeah. And that I love him a lot. And that I'm appreciative of everything that he's ever done for my family and I.
He's made sacrifices.
Yeah, he
And
has.
he puts you guys first.
Yeah. And it fills my heart with a lot of joy just to see him happy. And I think he's happy right now.
Yeah.
He deserves to be happy. And
I'm glad he retired. He needed to do that for his own mental health, I think.
yeah.
Also, I think I'm getting away from the phone and starting to talk quietly. But we're almost done here. I would say I'm most grateful for your parents for their like extreme like generosity and like their willingness to like be there for us and like make this season even more meaningful. Like, I don't know, like I know that they did spend like a good amount of money this weekend and I don't think that that should go unnoticed. Like there was a lot of like food and beverages and decorations and all these things. Like I noticed these things and like they add up. So like not only did you spend all this time like preparing, like I know your mom, like literally like thinking about this, planning, putting it all together, getting it, but like you also like spent a lot of money on us and like that doesn't like go unnoticed and I'm just really grateful. Missy says
She's
that
ready for
thank
bedtime.
you. She's ready for bed, she's calling.
I love you so much.
I love you too. This was so nice. A little love fest for your fam.
Yeah, we kind of gushed. That
Tomorrow.
might even be the title, gushing about our family.
Yeah, tomorrow we will actually go over the gifts. Sorry for the fake news.
Yeah, a bit of a cliffhanger, but you know, here's the thing about every day is we'll be back.
Yeah.
So,